Hello Cruising World, Mick the Suit Guy with you. Today we're going to take a look at a port, specifically Barbados in the Caribbean. So we recently went there on Carnival Venezia. It was my third or fourth time there. So what I'm going to show you is a video of the port, and then I'm going to take you around some sites of the tour that we did. Now the tour we did was with a company we love to use called Project Expedition, and I will also put a link to the tour in the comments if you're interested in checking it out. And also I'm going to show you a picture of the basics of the tour and where it goes. But it's a typical tour that you would do anywhere. I mean, for those of you that have watched my videos, you know that I really don't do carnival excursions. I personally think they're overpriced, overcrowded, and they scare you into saying that they'll leave if the ship, if you're not back on the ship by the time it leaves. Never come close to happening in the, let's just say, a lot of cruises we have done. So let's have a look at Barbados, a brief look at the port, how to get around it, but then I'll concentrate a bit more on some sites of the tour that we did. So here we go, Barbados. All right, here we are in the lovely port of Barbados, getting off the ship. As you can see, we were docked quite a ways out. There was another cruise ship in, so this is a decent walk into the port area. They do have shuttle buses, so you can get in line and be patient and wait. Otherwise, as you can see, there was a P&O ferry, a British ship in. I was waving at the flag and saluting the flag, of course. But yeah, so a decent walk to get into the port. Be aware of that. Sometimes you may not be the closest. Some great photo opportunities. Looking back at the ship, you'll see how close the P&O ferry was to the port. But we had a good walk to get there. And again, as I said, there were shuttle buses both ways, in and out, but allow a little bit of extra time in case that is the situation. Inside, there's a lot of really nice shops. There's a very modern area when you get into the port here, so you can do plenty of shopping on the way back. I wouldn't have said it was really expensive in comparison to other ports I've been to. So if you didn't get all your shopping done ashore or your excursion went a bit long, plenty of places here to look for stuff when you get back. We were going on a group tour. We booked this tour through a company, as I said, called Project Expedition, and I will be putting the link in the comments. But we're going to come out of here. I didn't get video of us getting on the bus, but I got video when we got back to show you what the outside area is like. But I'm going to take you around the places we went to on our tour. Obviously, there's plenty of beaches and stuff like that in Barbados you can look at, but I'll give you an idea of some of the sites you can see coming up anyway. One of them is a beach that was really, really nice. So this was actually at the end of the day. I went back and got this video. Imagine the hustle and bustle here in the morning. This is just outside the port where all the buses will be meeting you to take you on your tours. So it's very simple. All the tour guides were waiting outside when we got here, all the carnival tours or the local tours. Very easy port to get around. Great shops in the port. Really nice port, this one. There's some of the beaches that you see right there as we were driving on our tour. Nice clear water, beautiful beaches. It's just very nice island all around this one. Our tour guide, Charles, was really great. We had a really good time with him. He's very educational, very funny, as a lot of the tour guides tend to be. A little bit windy up here, as you can see, but some of the views of Barbados from above, you can see a quick one right there. And then they had like a mill here, like a sugar mill. So we stopped there and took some quick pictures of that. We didn't stop here for very long. Not really much need. You just want to get a couple of pictures. And that is what we got. There is the sugar mill right there. So it's like a sightseeing tour that we did, just seeing some of the main sites in the island. Driving around, you see a lot of buildings. They said this was the most hurricane-proof building on the island. An old church, and people often go there when there's a hurricane, and it's not been penetrated yet. So if you're ever in Barbados, know where that place is in case you get hit by a hurricane. And roundabouts to make me feel like I am at home again. Oh, how I miss my roundabouts. Yeah, very nice roads. Good quality roads driving around the place. So yeah, we had a very smooth journey day. It's a very well modernized area. We stopped at this little stop here with some great scenic views. Get some great pictures and video here. Restaurant break as well. And then we went to a church. I accidentally deleted the front of the church, but I did get a picture from Julie that I'll post at the end of this video. But that was inside the church. This is from the back of the church. This is one of the older churches there. Beautiful view of the ocean down there. But if you look at some of the tombstones here, they are rather old. We were looking, I think the average year of passing on these was like 1,500 and something. So this was not a particularly place for new passed away people, as it were. And then we came here to Carlisle Bay, which is kind of renamed and sponsored as Savvy Beach. But it would be Carlisle Bay on the map. You'll come in here. I'll take you for a pretty full tour around it. As you'll see, plenty of bars. Behind there's some food trucks where you can get lunch, which is what we did. We were here because we were going on a snorkeling part of our excursion, swimming with the turtles, they called it, and also some snorkeling. So there's plenty of rentals here. It may not look like it was a really hot day because of those clouds, but trust me, in the Caribbean, it doesn't have to look hot to be hot. And we did get a bit of rain. There was a bit of a downpour, but as typically happens, it was for 10 minutes and then it went away again. But you'll see on the beach here, plenty of umbrellas for rent. A lot were still available. We got here at about noonish. And then our snorkeling was at 1, so we had an hour or so to walk around and grab lunch and what have you. So that was a really nice part of this tour. So it was a land tour, land and sea tour. And I'll show you a clip showing you a description of it, and I will put a link in the comments to this tour. We did it through a company called Project Expedition, who I recommend a lot. There you go, Carlisle Bay. That's where we were. It's kind of been taken over by Savvy, is the company that runs everything here, all the rentals, all the food and drinks and everything. So, and reasonably priced. We were getting the local beer. I think it's called Banks for just a few dollars, nice and cheap, and decent beer as well. But smaller bottles. Just be warned. When they in the Caribbean, when they say it's like $3 or $4 a bottle, they typically are slightly smaller bottles. But you'll see how sandy the beach is, how beautiful the water is. And then you'll see when we went out snorkeling, we did not go out very far, and the fish that they saw was amazing. I am not a snorkeler, so I stayed on the boat and took pictures of everybody. But I sent somebody down. I sent Kevin, my friend Kevin, down with my GoPro, and he got some great video for me that I'll be showing you in a short while. But yeah, I figured I'd just walk around here and show you a complete tour of this. Because it is a very popular beach, you can just come straight here in a taxi and just hang out here for the day, just as well as doing it on a tour. I'm not sure how long it would take to get here because we went, with the tour, we went all over the place and ended up here. So, but like I said, there were a lot of people here we saw from the ship that had just come here in a taxi, so I'm sure it wasn't that far. Again, this is called Carlisle Bay. So now I'm going to take you on a little tour around the food trucks to show you that. No, I don't want to buy that from you, good sir. And I was actually surprised it wasn't more crowded because it's a really nice setup, very touristy setup here and everything. But, the music was there. It wasn't overly loud. It was just a very nice place. And it looks a lot windier than it is as well. Look at those umbrellas there. But it wasn't too bad at all. So the bar's on the right. We just went past it. And then in the back here, you have all these different food trucks that you can choose from. And at the very end, there was a DJ. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had an enjoyable lunch spent here before we went on our little snorkeling excursion. So you can walk around and check out what's at each of these food trucks. They're all pretty different. I had a roti because I like trying my local food. So a roti it was for me. The restrooms were off to the left in that building. You can just see in the left corner of the screen. So there was a bit of a walk to go to those. You have to be aware of that if you need it. There were none really by the beach. So some more food trucks here. So that's all the food trucks around the back. And in a second, I'm going to show you some of the snorkeling. Yep, so Savvy Beach, Savvy Company, but it's Carlisle Bay. So yeah, that's that. And then this is our boat coming in. We met up with a few other tours, so there was quite a few people on the boat. And at first I thought we'd be going out quite a long way because it said we were going to be gone for like an hour and a half as this part of the tour. But we really didn't go out very far at all, maybe 50 yards, 100 yards if. And we went to 2 stops. And the first stop was a reef, not a reef, it was a shipwreck where they had tons of fish above that. And then we went to another stop a little bit further away where they had turtles, and they promised we'd see turtles, and we did see turtles. So you're going to see that in a second. So there's the boat pulled up and we all got on. As you can see, quite a few of us, but it wasn't crowded. It didn't feel crowded. It wasn't too bad at all. So here we go, getting on. And I'll show you a couple of clips of the video. This is what Kevin got for me of the shipwreck. First off, lots of fish, as you can see. And this is not far out at all and very close to the beach. So, yeah. And of course, I couldn't do it without showing you some turtle videos. So there's some fish, and there's a turtle swimming up for air. It's amazing how clear the water is, isn't it? And not very deep, because you can see how quickly it gets to the top, so you can see how far we were not out. Yep, that's as far as we were. But again, I was not in the water. This was taken by my friend Kevin, who did me a big favor. So yeah, it was a really fun day out. We saw some great sights. We saw some good stuff. We had some time on the beach. There was some tarpon in the water as well. And yeah, I couldn't recommend this excursion enough. We had a lot of fun. Another turtle shot, different turtle this time. But yeah, that's that. So like I said, I'll put the link to this tour in the comments. A couple of pictures, brief look at Barbados. If you are lucky enough to go, have a great time, because I know you will. It was wonderful. There's the church, finally. There you go, Barbados. You know, there's so many other things you can do there, different tours and stuff. Have a look. I'm just really giving you a brief, you know, overview of some of the things on the island you can look at, and specifically that was on our tour. Beautiful island, as they all are. Do not wear camouflage. You know why you can't wear camouflage in Barbados? And there's a few other islands. I'm not sure if that is the same rule. It really is because there was a robber that disguised themselves as military people, and they held a tour bus up, not on purpose. It made it look like it was a routine traffic stop by the military, and they pulled up and they got on and robbed everybody on the bus. Consequently, you can no longer wear camouflage in Barbados because of that. Who knew? The things you find out. At least that's what a tour guide said. So yeah, so that's Barbados, beautiful island. They all are. I mean, I don't think I've been to an island in the Caribbean that I hated. I've got some I prefer over others, but that's a personal choice. So if you have any more questions, please. My email is coming up at the end of this video. If you want to subscribe to this lovely channel, I've got a lot more port videos coming up, as well as a load of other video. Every Monday I do a tips video with your cruising tips and your cruising traditions, so send me yours. Every Thursday I put out a cabin video, and every Saturday I put out a video like this. So subscribe and you can see more. Ring that little bell and you'll get notification when they come out. And if you have any tips and traditions, please send them to me. I will love to use them. Although I don't read them in advance. I say this every single video, so if you watch, you're sick of me saying it. But for those that haven't and want to send me their tips, just be warned. I'm reading them live and reacting live when I record it. And with that, I will see you later, Cruising World. Any questions? Email me anytime. cruisingsuitguy@gmail.com. I promise I'll reply as soon as possible. Want to book a cruise or any type of travel? We are travel agents. Check out our site, elitetravelconnection.com, or email me, mick@elitetravelconnection.com. We are here for you. Finally, subscribe, please. Pretty please. You know you want to. Go on. I won't beg you. Okay, I'm begging. Please. Subscribe. Thank you.